The River Medway Canoe Trail, 30 kilometres paddling through the Kent countryside, known as the Garden of England, notable for its history, its remote camping spots, and its rapid canoe passes, some more difficult than others. Looking forward to this one. The Medway's been on my list for quite a while now. It's perfectly suitable for paddling. In fact, it's actually an official canoe trail. And there's a really useful PDF document that I found really helpful, which I'm going to link in the description box below. Loads of information about the routes you can take, the maps, getting at point, facilities, camping. So I'm going to start the trail at Tonbridge. I think I heard the locals call it Tonbridge, so I'm going with that. Slipway, which is just outside this, the grounds is beautiful old Motte and Bailey Castle here. Gonna go through the lovely Kent countryside, end up at Ollington Lock and Slipway, and that's where the river becomes tidal. I'm not going to go onto the tidal stretch of the river because I'm on my own. Right, time to get on the water, see what the Medway's got to offer. The locks on the River Medway have these fish, they're called fish-friendly canoe passes. So they're like basically like ramps that go down the side of the weir. You can go on your kayak or your canoe, or even stand-up paddle boards, go down them. Never done one before, so this should be interesting. Here it is, the first canoe pass. I think you can portage on these platforms as usual, but that's no fun. Let's give it a go. They're graded 1, 2 and 3. So this first one is grade 1, which is like the easiest one you can do. Nice and simple. Let's see. Too bad, pretty easy actually. I think they get progressively difficult, so we'll see how the others are, but yeah, it's quite a fun start with the canoe passes, I think. The last two canoe passes were grade 1, really easy. Next one, Porter's Lock, is a grade 2, up in the ante a bit. I got a bit wet then. Yeah, quite a bit of water came into the cockpit. I haven't got like a spray deck on or anything like that. So I got a bit of a wet bum now, but it's such a hot day anyway. It's actually quite refreshing. can hear partying. The last couple of locks, there's been loads of kids. I think that like the schools have just broken up, so it's like end of year partying going on. The locks seem to be the place to be. People are swimming, having a good time. Why not? Perfect day for it. Still time for it to go horribly wrong. Ooh, nearly capsized. Nearly went over. Cheers. I totally nearly went over then. I had to brace really hard, nearly capsized. My boat is now full of water. I'm listing to port. At least I was getting some moral support there. I bumped into another YouTuber, Rambles and Scrambles. You should go to his channel, check it out, subscribe, tell him Stevie sent you. But whew, I think that's enough rapids and excitement for me for today. I think it's time to go and find somewhere to camp. The ubiquitous World War II pillbox. You see a lot of these on the waterways. This is quite a well hidden one, this. Right, it's getting late. I'm getting quite tired, a bit real well hot as well, as you can probably tell. Yes, that last lock, the canoe pass was definitely like no way for me. It's a grade 3 black run, really steep, pure concrete, just the type of boat that I've got. I don't think it's really suitable. So I've portaged the old trolley on the go again, and yeah, I've come quite far, but the bank is still, it's just too steep to launch into. I could risk it, but I think it's a bit too late now for me to start taking risks like that. So I'm going to do what I normally do. I'm going to drag the boat on the trolley until I find somewhere suitable I can launch in. But the next lock along is a disused one, which is like an official sort of campsite. It's no facilities or anything like that, but that's perfect. That's fine for me, as long as you know, it's not that accessible to the public. Because every other lock so far has just had like just parties going on, basically. So right, that's the plan. Hopefully I can get it done before the sun goes down. Another pillbox here. Look at this. Should have a quick look inside. Yeah. Nope. Getting out of here. No idea what that is. It's like stilts, platforms, and bathtub. What's going on here? Diving platforms there. It's a bit shallow here for that. So this is the disused lock that in the guide says you can camp at. They stress there's no facilities, but boy, you don't say. Not what I was expecting, to be honest. It's a bit spooky, isn't it? All right, well, this is where I got to camp. This is where I got to camp. Yeah, I'm a bit confused. So this is on the official Medway Canoe Trail map as a place to camp, but it just doesn't seem right to me. You can't land anywhere. There's like one place to get onto the Loch Island, and that wasn't particularly safe. And I'm definitely going to struggle getting back in the morning. That's another problem. And yeah, not going to lie, there's definitely a bit of an aura to this place. But you know, if you like spooky solo wild camping, then in that regards, I recommend it. Obviously not much choice here for various setups, and certainly no hammock camping tonight, which is a real shame. I've been looking forward to that all week. So I think the only thing I can really do with the tarp is do like a plough point setup against that tree there, and it means I'll be sleeping open. But it's the heat wave at the moment, so it'd be nice to sleep under the stars for a change, and also it means I can have a quick exit if the local psychopath turns up. Right. Sorry about the mess. Now I'm in bed and everything's gone quiet and dark. Yeah, I feel a bit better actually. It's not too bad. I don't mind the animal noises. Like, that's one of the nice things about wild camping. You know, I find that quite calming. It's just when you hear any human noise at the moment, it's really freaking me out. So like, yeah, squeaky gate in the distance, like, you know. So there's something definitely a bit Blair Witch about this entire location, but at the same time it's been a really long day. I'm really knackered, so I actually think I'm just gonna sleep really well. Be like, leave me alone, ghosts. No, not right now. 5 more minutes, ghosts. Well, I made it through the night. Actually, it was alright. I had a really good night's sleep, to be honest. I would never stay here again, though. It's horrible. This is the first time I've ever slept in a plough point shelter. For a hot summer's night, actually, I really like it. It's not as good as staying in a hammock, but it's a nice substitute if that's, you know, all you can do if you need to be on the ground. Goodbye, Spooky Island. Let's see what day 2 brings. Once you get past the Alding, the river really opens up. It's really quite wide here now. If you're going to do the Medway, and you should, there are 2 things that I did that you should probably not do. The first is camping at Stoneham Loch, because honestly, something bad has happened there. You can just feel it. I haven't even seen any ducks or other water birds since I got to this campsite. sort of, you know, even they seem to be giving it a wide berth. So weird. The second thing is I got to the grade 3 Black Run canoe pass, Old Sluice Lock, and yeah, it wasn't suitable for my boat at all, and I kind of hastily made some bad decisions. I should have just portaged down the steps. I know that's difficult, but I could have done it. Instead, I ended up going for miles and getting lost. Because I was looking at Google Earth, and from space, I was like, that looks like I could drop in my kayak into the river there, but when I got there, there's like a huge drop. So yeah, that happened. So I just ended up wandering further and further instead of just going back to the lock. I ended up on this industrial estate. And the looks I was getting, it's like wheeling this kayak through this industrial estate. I tell you what, if you ever want to break into an industrial unit, don't try and do it stealthily or anything like that. Just wheel a kayak and smile a lot, because like the security guards, they're not going to stop you, man. They're just going to look at you so confused. But anyway, so that just led to me, I finally found a tributary, but it's not a very well trodden one. Not a good situation to be in, basically. Like, a lot of branches and stuff, and nettles and thorns, and anyway, I don't want to talk about it. I'm just not going to do that again. Just stick to the main channel and have a plan, and to take the easiest routes with these things. Another scorching day today, so I took like an hour off at midday at Teston Lock. So yes, had some lunch and sat in the shade for a bit, and I've been deliberating whether or not to do the canoe pass here or just portage the boat. So going by yesterday, either of those options I kind of had problems with. So because my boat is so big and heavy with all that stuff in it. All right, I'll flip a coin. We'll let that decide. Right, the canoe pass won it. Fingers crossed. It's not graded. They didn't tell you what grade it is. There's no colour code, no numbers or anything. So I'm just hoping for the best, really. I just hope it's not another concrete one. Hopefully these brushes, then I'll be alright. There's nothing. Yeah.
Ready? And then I can get you around. Yeah. Alright?
Nice, thanks so much.
Good?
Good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, sure?
Yeah.
That's it, nice go.
I don't know what I would have done if you weren't there when I would have been.
Dude, we've had it happen to us.
Thanks again, guys. I'll drop you a message. And yeah, good luck with everything as well. Cheers. Thanks. Have a good one. what a couple of really nice blokes. What would I have done if they weren't there at the right time? Like, there's no way I could have got the boat up that high bank on my own. Like, there's no chance, no way. Like, yeah, so helpful. And one of them was telling me they're a mental health charity, Kayaking for Mental Health, which, brilliant name. I mean, that is one of the main reasons that I do kayaking in the first place, I'm sure for a lot of people. So yeah, we were just talking about, you know, the therapeutic benefits of kayaking, and he's got a charity that's you know, doing studies, you know, trying to get it registered as actual treatment for mental health here in the UK. I think it might already be in the States, but we're a bit behind here on that sort of stuff. So what an amazing cause, and what a great bloke as well. Yeah, so I'm gonna hunt them down on the internet and yeah, get the details, and I'll post a link in the description below. Coming into Maidstone now. Every river goes through at least one major town, and this is the Medways. Here it is, the end, Allington Slipway and Lock. River Medway, completed it, mate. Yeah, I really love the Medway. It's a paddler's dream, especially the upper sections. Not many motorcraft at all. It's just all paddlers, loads of stand-up paddle boards. It's not something I've done myself yet. But there was loads of them, and they all look like having a really nice time. If you wanted to do the Medway like leisurely, then you're fine just going up to Yolding. You don't need to go any further. After that, you know, the last stretch from there to here at Allington at the end, it's more about putting the miles in and, you know, doing the whole of the river. I think a boat like mine, you know, a rigid, like recreational kayak, isn't the best boat for this river, just with all like the rapid canoe passes and stuff like that. For doing it solo anyway. I think having an inflatable and a really good dry bag would be perfect for this. You'd be able to do all those canoe runs, have loads of fun, and yeah, portaging just if you needed to is not a problem. But with this, it was a bit of a slog. But other than that, yeah, I'm definitely going to come back. Maybe I'll come back with a different type of boat next time. If you enjoyed this video, found it entertaining or useful, then it costs nothing to hit that like button, but that really helps out the channel and helps other people who might be interested in this find it as well. Cheers! Wet bum.